Pandora's box, and that's only the beginning. Our friends Electric.
Well, Tink, the real question is, are Electric's friends?
Yes, folks, we're completing the ABS delete with all the Electrics and taking out a few more at the same time if we can, because there's a lot of it, so stay tuned. If you've been watching any of the other episodes on this bike, this Cafe Racer build, then you'll know that this diagram doesn't match that. Luckily, I found this, and between that and that, I think we know what everything is in the box. So let's have a look at that first. So we don't need that. We are going to be taking the box and its contents out completely, unravelling the loom and getting rid of whatever we don't need. We've already started with that. That went to the ABS ECU at the very rear of the bike, which is still there for the moment. This is the other ECU, guessing we need that. So let's have a look at what we got in the box. First off, a couple of things that aren't being used, so we'll be getting rid of those completely. There's that, which apparently, according to this diagram, is a special equipment connector. Guess we didn't have any special equipment on this particular bike. And then there's this one, which again, according to this diagram, is the anti-theft connector. I'm guessing it didn't work because somebody's nicked it, so it ain't there. We don't need that either. And then, as per the video that I watched on a very brief video from somewhere in Asia on disconnecting the ABS altogether, we've got this relay, so that was correct. That's the ABS 1 relay, and then the other one, this one here, is the ABS warning, which came on up here somewhere. I think it was this one. Anyway, we ain't going to be needing that either. This here is the horn relay, fan relay, and this is the horn relay, and this is a load shed as opposed to shed load. I presume that kind of does some of the job that a regulator rectifier does, right? Takes on any additional power and sheds it. This is our starter relay. In here we have, not sure about that one. I'll have to come back to that one. I think it's the temperature switching unit, because this is the bulb monitoring unit over here, which means that this is the flasher unit for blinkers, indicators, hazard warning lights, all that kind of stuff. And last but not least, of course, the starter relay. Here, tucked in the corner there. So we now know what everything is in the box. This is a fuse panel down here. And jolly nice fuse panel it is too. It's actually labelled, which is a bit more helpful than your average bike. So well done, BMW, like that. Yes, if only it was in English. Seems I'll have to brush up on my German. So there's a fair amount of spaghetti that we will be getting rid of, which is good. That's just there. Yeah, I mean, there's all this here, starters, and there's probably some in there. We're going to unwrap all that nasty factory stuff which has seen better days, and then once we've got rid of what we don't need, we'll wrap it all up again. And we're going to be quite systematic about this.
This could be systematic.
Yes, thanks, Mr. T. That's what I said. Yep.
Hydromatic.
What? Hydromatic? No, not so much.
Ultramatic.
No, not as far as I'm aware. I think you're getting a bit carried away, mate. Anyway, the good news is everything to do with the ABS seems to be colour-coded blue. All that, these that we've already unplugged. maybe even that. Who knows? Anyway, that's helpful. Several minutes later, we'll just removed all those bolts so we can wiggle this stuff around and see what goes where, hopefully. Oh yeah, film it. See how we get this stuff out the box. I mean, they got it in the box, so we must be able to get it out of the box somehow. We are unravelling. We have exposed this side at least. We still haven't got the box out. We don't know how we can do that. Anyway, lots of stuff not connected. So this was not connected, but I think it's ABS. This is definitely ABS, so we don't need any of that. This was not connected, so we don't need any of that. It goes up to the handlebars somewhere. This boy here, which goes to the brake lever, so that's obviously ABS, which makes sense because the other end goes into that, which wasn't plugged in. So we can unplug this. And on the subject of unravelling, we have unravelled the German. So here's the fuse box. And it would appear we don't need a lot of these. We don't need number 2, I don't think, really. We haven't got number 4, so that's the power socket. We don't need that anyway. Special equipment option, we're pretty sure we don't need that because that's a plug that wasn't plugged in. Fuel pump, yeah, probably need that one. And horns and fans, definitely need those. Does beg the question, where's the main kind of 30 amp fuse? Is there one? Ah yes, wiring diagrams always useful, especially when they're in black and white and you've got to make sure you're following the same bloody line. That doesn't look complicated, does it? Anyway, took out all the big chunky bits, i.e. the relays and whatever, and they're all in there. Yeah. Because what we got to do is try and get those last few wires through that hole. We got rid of the starter relay, but there's these two, you can see them there, big positive wires that come up to this, which is a conglomeration of power. Don't really know what to do next to take that little contraceptive off the top and find out what's going on underneath. Maybe disconnect some stuff or what. So we're going to be undoing all these connections here to the alternator and starting with the starter, of course, and then we're going to be feeding those up through that hole. And that is how to get that box free. There's a little bit more room to work in. See what's going on. More debris and one ECU harness wiring system for ABS removed. Just doing a little bit more pruning. That's this chap here, special equipment, which we've got none of. Alrighty, so the ABS obviously made a huge difference to the wiring. The burglar alarm and the special ops, not so much. Anyway, plenty more to go. Well, I was just about to start hacking into this and working out what we did and didn't need. And then, for whatever reason, be it fortunate or not, I started looking into speedos. Not the beachwear stuff. No. Stuff to replace this, affectionately known as the lunchbox. Yeah, not surprisingly. Anyway, the bottom line is that this, or at least that, won't run without this. More ECU stuff, I suppose. Please, stop it. So, of course, I had to do a bit of research, and it seems there's two kind of favourite units out there, apart from Motor Gadget and whatever. There's the BEP unit, BEP, and the Tenet unit, which kind of appear to be plug and play, but nothing's ever that simple, is it, right? So before we go any further, I think we're going to just test out the whole theory, honestly. I think we're going to kind of hook it back up without the speedo and just see if it'll actually bloody well start or not. How about that? Let's try that. Let's do some myth busting. But of course, to do that, we'll have to reconnect the MAF, the mass airflow sensor thing, the flux capacitor. Yeah. So we'll have to do that next time around, I think, and maybe we'll just call it a day on the electrics for now, because I am. So stay tuned, subscribe down here somewhere if you haven't already, for the next one, obviously, and give the video a thumbs up. And of course, encourage others to watch my lunacy.